Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters meeting. We are going to start the meeting, but first, I would like to share our housekeeping rules. We encourage you to check internet connections, cameras and microphones, charging devices, and etc., and adjust your devices proportionally compared to your body height, so that your face and your upper body can be seen clearly. Please keep in mind that we are in a professional but supportive environment of Toastmasters International meetings. We want to present ourselves the best we can. Be punctual is appreciated. Please mute or turn off your microphone unless you are speaking. Let's minimize distractions and appreciate people who are speaking. In the event of emergency, the host can mute the participants. Please turn on your camera when you can. We want to see smiles. And you're welcome to show gestures such as thumbs ups, nods, clapping, and etc. Try to look at your camera when delivering a speech. Remember to look for the timer. Today is Melita, and pay attention to the time. Call out the name of the person you're referring to before start talking. And switching view between gallery and speakers, which is on the top right corner of your screen, if you want to see everyone. Then I would like to welcome our president, Natalie Cahyadi. She already here?
Okay,
Natalie's not here yet. Yes, okay, but I will have to go. Yes, so please tell Natalie that I have welcomed her. All right, guys, have a fruitful meeting. I will participate passively.
Okay, I think I will just take over. I think then we open the meeting. Club number 7840709 is open. So welcome all, and this is like our official first meeting today. So let's clap our hand. Okay, Natalie, the president has not yet arrived, so I am the Tom and I will take over until she arrives. Let me introduce our theme of today and also the word of the day. So I will share screen. Okay, our theme of the day, our theme is Bye 2020 and Hello 2021. I think this theme is very appropriate because this will be our last meeting this year. And I think it's quite an achievement that now our club is officially chartered by Toastmaster. And we say hello to 2021 and we will meet again in January. And our word of the day today is culminate, which means reach a climax or point of highest development is a verb. And the example is the tensions and disorders which culminated in World War II, or be the climax or point of highest development of. So please try to use this word of the day, culminate, in our speeches today. Okay, and then the next one is I would like to introduce our general evaluator who will introduce his team, the role takers for today. So let me call the general evaluator, Ben Whitaker.
All right, thank you, Tom, and welcome everyone to our third meeting and our last official meeting of the year. So I will be your general evaluator today. And again, for most of us that know, I'll be taking notes, mental notes, essentially while driving to Surabaya of the whole entire meeting. And as you guys know, I have an amazing team that is assembled. Let me introduce you to my whole team that helped me through this meeting process. Let's start with our counter, Toastmaster Ping.
Hi, everyone. I'm the counter of the day, and the purpose of the counter is to note for words and sounds that are used as crutch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and most often used, you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including that kind of sound. I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used this expression. Thank you very much, and back to you, GE.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Ping. All right, let's go ahead and we'll introduce our timer for the evening. Joining us all the way from Bali, not so far away, is Melita from Magical Bali Toastmasters. Melita, can you please introduce your role?
Thank you, Ben. Good evening, wherever you are right now. I am your timer, and I'm Lita, and I belong to Magical Bali Toastmaster Club. So to make your speed on track, please keep on your eye on me. So if my background changes into green, it means you have reached minimum time, which is 4 minutes. I believe that all speakers will doing icebreaker. And then if my background turns into yellow, 5 minutes, and then in turn to red, it means 6 minutes, and you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. And for all role takers, and I will time you as well. And to make sure your speech on track, please pin my video. How to do that? So if you're using phone, just double tap on my video, or if you are using laptop, just go to the 3 dots over there, click that, and then pin my video. If you have any difficulties, just PM me. Back to you, GE.
All right, very good. Thank you, Melita. And again, thank you for joining us. Let's introduce our grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Tegu. Unmute, sir. Tegu, can you unmute to introduce your role?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. Mr. and Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and guests as grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage, and I will take note of any misuse of the English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarians, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is going to be culminate. The meaning is reach a climax or points or highest development, or it could be also be the climax or point or highest development or something, for example, or reach the highest points of any kind of achievement or any kind of things that you are doing right now. Yeah. The examples of the using the words is, for examples, reaching semifinals, it's actually probably the culminate points of Pipit's debate team, probably. That is probably the examples. Congratulations also Pipit for reaching the semifinal for your team. And let's continue. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day, and I will give the word of the day report and grammatical usage reports when called upon during the meeting. Okay, thank you, Mr. and Madam Toastmaster. Back to you.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, last but not least, the last member of our team, Sapta, will introduce his role as ballot counter.
Okay, everybody, I'll be the ballot counter for today's meeting. There'll be a prepared speech, several topic, and evaluation session. And by the end of each session, you'll write down your favorite speakers and you'll vote for them at the end using ballot. So please do your right to vote. Good luck, speakers. Back to you, Tom. I'm in GE.
All right. Yeah, very good. So everyone, I will be here and you'll hear me at the end of the meeting as well. And to introduce the evaluators at the end when they're giving their evaluation session. So that'll be it for me until the end of the meeting. And back to our Tom, Toastmaster Burona.
Okay, thank you very much, Ben. I think now we can start for the prepared speech, but since we have all 6 prepared speakers speak about the icebreaker, so to save time, I will read the purpose statement for all of them, and I will introduce the speaker. So the evaluator, which normally introduce the speaker, at this time you can rest and retire. Okay, now let me introduce the purpose statement first. Okay, the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Duration is 4 to 6 minutes. And I would like to introduce our first speaker, Della Putri Jaskara. Della is a birth doula and bereavement doula in training, prenatal yoga facilitator, and fertility massage therapist. The title is My Doula Journey. Della Putri Jaskara, My Doula Journey. My Doula Journey, Della Putri Jaskara.
Okay, hi. Thank you, Ibu Rona, for the introduction. Hi, my fellow Toastmasters and guests, Mr. and Madam Toastmasters. A good day. Today, I will talk about my doula journey. Since I was a financial analyst about 7 years ago, so I chose another path to be a doula. And doula. Doula is from a Greek word. Doula, is it? It's gone. Doula came from a Greek word, means a woman servant. In modern meaning, doula is a trained companion who is not a health worker and who support individual through a significant health-related experience such as childbirth, miscarriage, stillbirth, postpartum, or even dying. Back to 2009, 2010, when I was experiencing my second fatal loss or miscarriage or stillbirth experience, because it was my 22 weeks pregnancy, means about 6-month pregnancy. So I have to deliver my baby fetus vaginally and has no option for other delivery. The OBGYN said that I have to be induced to stimulate the contraction and deliver the baby out. So at that time, after 24 hours contraction, extreme pain and tiredness, I delivered my baby in a total grief. Long short story, I don't know how to handle my emotion, trauma of pregnancy and loss for sure. Until 2012, I was pregnant again and heard the word doula from my acupuncturist. So searching about it and plan to have one to be my companion in childbirth. And up, I am become my own doula because at that time, only one doula in Indonesia at 2012. Only one doula, and unfortunately, she live in California because following her husband. So I learned by myself about being my own doula, what is the doula roles, and learning about the childbirth process by myself through the video, the reading, the articles. And I found a new term about gentle birth. So the philosophy of positive birth experience. And then I have a wonderful home birth experience with my doula and my partner. Then my journey of motherhood began. In 2015, I had that doula of North America, the biggest doula association in the world, will be held training in Bali. So I decided to join, and that was my first experience being being trained for a doula profession. And for the first time, being a doula during my doula journey is a totally self-healing, because at that time, knowing that every mother has option, being heard, being respected during their childbirth experience, during their childbirth time, encourage her to move, breathe, and follow the surge of contraction, the urge of pushing, and undisturbed experience during the first time of labor after the baby delivered the baby out from the womb, and minimal intervention only if medically necessary. So now it's been a 5 years journey of full of compassion, full of love and support. I continuously upgrading my doula skills, such as joining a training prenatal yoga, moxa bastion, rebozo, and dancing for birth facilitator help me to create or adding my skills to serve every mother who need my skills and companion for being their doula. And I always say that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay for being afraid of childbirth, but how you elaborate your feeling and overcome and think what next I can do to have a safe and comfortable experience during childbirth. So my quote of the day is action should culminate in wisdom. This is very encouraging quote. Action should culminate in wisdom. So I hope that every action I will make or I will manifest create a wisdom for me, myself, and surrounding. Okay, thank you.
Wow, wow, wow.
Ibu
Congratulations.
Rona.
You have done
Thank
your
you.
icebreaker, so you should pat yourself. And actually, this is like the first time I heard about doula. So I searched in Google what doula mean, because that is not really common in Indonesia. And I learned from you what doula is. And basically, probably mother who is going to give birth will need your service as a doula. Thank you very much. Next, I would like to call the second speaker, Lufti Ahmad Jazuli, and he is a banker and travel agency owner. He was once a debater, but now retired. The title of his speech is Life Without Regret. Lufti Ahmad Jazuli, Life Without Regret. Life Without Regret, Lufti Ahmad Jazuli.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you think you'll lose, you're lost. For what in the world we find success begins with a person's will. It's all in the state of mind. Life's battle don't always go to stronger or faster hand, but sooner or later, the person who wins is the one who thinks, I can. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, my name is Lufti Hamajazuli. My friends usually call me Lufti. It's not Lutfi, so if you can pronounce my name correctly, means you're my new best friend, like Pipit and Natalie. I was born in Bandung, April 3rd, 1979. So next year I will be 42, but luckily some people still think that I'm 32 something. Thank God. I am the eldest of three. I have one younger brother and one younger sister. My mom is still alive. She's healthy and she lives in Bandung. But my father unfortunately already passed away 2 years ago, and I'm going to talk about it later on. Being born on the April means you can guess what star sign do I have. Yes, I'm an Aries. So what do you expect from someone like me? Stubborn. I am very stubborn. I would like to tell you a story when I was a kid. There's a tree near my house, and then my mom told me, Lufti, don't climb that tree. Now, do I listen to my mom? No, of course, I still climb that tree. One time, two time, my mom told me don't climb that tree. You think I would listen to her? Of course not. I'm stubborn, remember? So I still climbed that tree. Now, the third time my mom told me not to climb that tree, I fell like bang, like hard. And then my mom just asked me what happened. I just fell from the tree. Now, started from that moment on, I don't climb the tree anymore. So I guess I had to fall from the tree first to listen to my mom. But being stubborn has its positive side. You are strive to get what you want. I never I never think that I cannot do something. I'm a can-do person. When I was in college, I feel like my achievement was quite satisfying. I'm a debate team captain and also a debating team president in my university. I was the chief adjudicator for the national debating competition. I was once speak in front of 10,000 people, giving public speaking seminars. I felt like I was a king at that time. I rule the universe when you are young and then you have money. But then guess what? It means nothing. It means nothing when you lost your loved ones. I lost my dad and my auntie 2 years ago within 6 months. My dad was my role model. I learned about kindness and patience from him. There's up until now, I still cannot meet the standards that he gave me about patience and kindness. And my auntie, she raised me since I was a kid, since I was a baby. So basically, she's like my second mom. And so it breaks my heart when I heard the news that my dad passed away because of heart attack, and also when my auntie passed away because of heart attack. The things that I regret the most is realizing that I did not spend much time with them because I was too busy with my work and I did not have time to just visit them once in a while, like once in a week or twice in a week. So it hurts me deeply because of those things that I cannot undo. So what do I do now? I try to live my life to its fullest, to reach the culminate point in my life. And one of those things that I try to do now is like also including joining the Toastmaster because my passion is public speaking. Aside from singing Michael Bublé's and then cooking spaghetti and traveling overseas. Well, the clock is ticking. Time is running out. I just want to say that no matter how much time you have left with your loved ones, please use it wisely. Make sure you make the most of the minute. And like what Frank Sinatra says, I've lived a life that's full and traveled each and every highway, but more, much more than this, I did it my way. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lufti. I think it was a very moving speech. We could see that it's rather emotional for you, and there is, so we could feel how you feel, and your can-do attitude is really rocking. Okay, thank you very much, and congratulations for completing the icebreaker speech today. Thank you. And our
Thank you.
next speaker is Desi Eva Laila Rohmah. She is a lecturer at Universitas Musamus Merauke. She's a fish farm owner, and she was also a debater. Her title is My Roller Coaster Life. Desi Eva Laila Rohmah, My Roller Coaster Life. My Roller Coaster Life, Desi Eva Laila Rohmah.
Thank you, Bu Rona, for the introduction. I'm honored to present this speech. Well, life is a roller coaster. You just gotta ride it. Do you remember the song? Yes, this is the song from the 90s, the song from the male Irish singer Ronan Keating. But don't worry, I'm not gonna sing the song for my speech.
What I want to emphasize is my life is indeed a roller coaster ride, filled with joyful ups and inspiring downs. One thing that kept me going, the power of believing you can. I'm Desi Eva Lena Rohmah, 35 years old. As mentioned by Bu Rona, I'm a lecturer at Universitas Musamus Merauke, Papua, mother of 13 years old son and entrepreneur. Never had I imagined that I would be a lecturer, not to mention English lecturer. Well, I can say that I'm quite successful now, and it's all the culmination of the steep and winding slope during my ride. But my journey to my current state is not easy. I've experienced failure, disappointment, anger, rage, sadness, sorrow, all the adjectives we can use to describe the bad feeling. And it's all because of my parents' separation and feeling of being rejected, dumped, and even hunger. Well, I once had a happy family with complete parents and loving parents, but it didn't last long. In my third year of senior high school, uh, my father went bankrupt, and this condition turned him into a violent and abusive person. At the time, my mother had to run away from the house, and soon after, she filed for official divorce. And not long after that, my father also disappeared, and he left me with my younger sister. Can you imagine? I was 17 years old at the time, and my sister was 13 years old. We tried to find shelters to our relative, and then, but that it didn't help much because my relative mostly was farmer and not quite wealthy enough to support both of us. So we found everything in the house, television, everything, even my mother's fancy clothes, just to fill our stomachs so that I can avoid the hunger. Well, I guess I'm lucky enough I can graduate from high school. However, my biggest regret was my sister had to drop out of school because I couldn't afford to pay his school fee. No scholarship and no mercy for us at the time. Well, long story short, I went overseas to work as a domestic worker. And after 2 years, I went back to my country to find my mom. Uh, she told me that she finally able to reach me and told me that she got married and my younger sister is now already with her. Well, during my 12-hour flight to my town in Merauke, I met a man and we had a chat and developed some kind of romantic feelings. So he is my future husband. The funny thing is that I had no idea that this man is actually my stepfather's son. Funny, right? It's funny how the fate tricked us. So, but we found out when both my our parents picked us up at the airport. Well, not long after we got married, but I told him I still dream of going to college and pursue my degree, and he agreed. I went to college for my bachelor at the age of 25, and my son was 3 years old at the time. Although I was the oldest, I was excel in class, and even I became a debater and represent my university in the regional, national, and even international competition. Well, I finished my study in the 3.5 years with a cum laude predicate, and at the time, my husband and I had just started our fish farm business. So it was very busy day, taking care of my husband and family, study, and also manage the business. So after I got my bachelor, I become greedy. So I think that wouldn't it be nice if I could pursue higher degree? This thought was always in my mind and in my prayer. I wish that I would have the chance to pursue my degree. To my surprise, I got the offer from my college, scholarship offer. And then the condition is I had to teach at the university. I finished my master degree in 1 year, and then I passed the civil servant exam. Fellow Toastmaster, beware of your self-talk because it's the conversation with the universe. Never lose hope and have self-efficacy, the power of belief that you can, because it will affect your choice, the choices that you make, the effort that you put forth, the persistence to facing the obstacle, and the way we feel during the battle. As Gandhi said, if I have the belief that I can do it, I will acquire the capacity to do it. Even in the beginning, I don't have the power. So optimism is the key, Madam Toastmaster.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you very much, Daisy, for sharing your life journey with us. And I really appreciate that you are so open about your life story. And now we know about you a lot better. So from zero to hero. So let's give applause. Thank you very much. Okay, our next speaker is Intan Rawit Sapanti. Intan is a lecturer at Ahmad Dahlan University in Jogja. She used to teach Bahasa Indonesia in Nanning, China. She published 2 books about this experience, and she was a debater in university. Her title is New Year Resolution. Intan Rawit Sapanti, New Year Resolution. New Year Resolution, Intan Rawit Sapanti.
Thank you, Burona. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. Let me introduce myself. I'm Intan. Currently, I work as a full-time lecturer in Indonesian Literature Study Program, but I also have a part-time job as a Chinese Mandarin teacher. And in my leisure time, I'd like to watch Korean drama and make kimchi for my own. So today I would like to tell you about my resolution. Well, actually, my resolution was written in 2016 and started on 2017, still continue on progress until 2018 and not yet accomplished until now, this year, 2020. Actually, I should not be proud of this, but so I decided not to have any resolution at all this year. Yes, as an Aries, I used to be a high achiever and I would do everything. I would do my best to reach the best position as my culmination point. Yes, I used to be a debater, but right now I'm retired. So I used to say it to myself, if others can do it, why can't I? I think I can do it also like others. But the consequence is like I have to push myself hard. I have to work my ass off. I have to use all of my energy, my time, and everything that I have to reach that point, the best version of me. But nowadays, recently, I'm thinking that if others can do, why should I? I should not be like others. Like, hey, it's okay. It's okay for me to just like this. I won't push myself too hard. Maybe nowadays I would like to choose a drink, a cup of hot chocolate, reading my favorite book, listen to music, watching Korean drama, sit on my sofa, rather than push myself and compete with others. So yes, I used to think that I have to be an extraordinary people. I should be the best. I should do better. Oh no, I have to do the best. Yeah, for every single thing that I did, like in learning, in my job. So it's right now I realize that it was really tiring journey for me. So right now, now I'm in my third head, how to say, I'm 35 years old right now. So I would choose to spend my time to do simple things like Mas Lutfi said, I have, because I already waste so many time to reach my ambition. So right now I have to use my time to spend with my family, with my mom, with my dad, and also with my little family, and do simple things that makes me happy, like gardening, cooking, and traveling, writing, and hanging up with new friends. And also, right now, I would like to try something new to meet new friends, join with the new community like Toastmaster. Right now, I can meet new friends from the whole country and also from the whole world. And I really like to find something new, learning new skills, and also to have, I want to have more and more experience. So uh, I decided not to compete with others, not to get the best, the label, the best anymore, but I just want to compete with myself. I just want to be better than myself than yesterday. So this house believe that we should pursue our own happiness. Thank you. I raise my case. Goodbye 2020 and welcome 2021. Thank you, Burona.
Thank you. It's amazing, amazing speech. And everyone has a very positive attitude, can-do attitude. That's what we all need. And congratulations for completing your icebreaker speech. And it was really touching. So congratulations. Now let's move to the fifth speaker, Nor Hidayatullah. Hida is an engineer and his hobby is running, playing chess, reading history book, and his favorite food is sambal, and he is a Scorpion. His life motto is eating without sambal is like life without love. Wow. And his title is Comfort Zone Lover. Nur Hidayatullah, Comfort Zone Lover. Comfort Zone Lover, Nur Hidayatullah.
Thank you, Bu Rona. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Like my background here in my room is getting evening right now. Okay, since this is my first speech in Toastmaster here, this is very challenging. You know, everyone, my heart is keep beating because this is my first time for doing this. Hopefully everything can be smooth. So my title for today's speech is Comfort Zone Lover. So everyone, what do you think when you hear about word comfort zone? Some of you or maybe most of you agree with that. Some people say about comfort zone that some people say comfort zone is our enemy. Maybe that's true. They also say when we live trying to stay comfortable, life will send us more and more discomfort. Maybe that's also true. Comfort zone will send us more and more problem. Also, will throwing rock at us, and comfort zone will keep handing you resistance, struggle, issues, everything in trouble. Is that true? Maybe yes, maybe no. Let's think about it. Some people also believe that staying comfortable, people who stay comfortable don't want to growing and reaching higher because people don't want to address their limitation and move beyond them. They don't want to struggling. Because when we do uncomfortable, I mean in uncomfort zone, we can make some fight to grow. And if you don't make yourself uncomfortable, life will give you plenty of reason to push you out of your comfort zone. Anyone agree with that? When we're thinking about comfort zone is our enemy, we may think about two options of life. Either we commit to constant growth and feeling discomfort with our situation or we hand over keys and we let life happen to us by default. One path lead to success and the other path lead to fail. So maybe we will find the success path. But I am personally spend much time to think about it. Is that comfort zone lead us to trouble? Is that true that comfort zone is our enemy? As I spend more time to think about it again. When I think about that, then I found out that some contradiction in my mind. Because if comfort zone is our enemy, or comfort zone, if we think that comfort zone the thing that we should avoid of, then why should we make some struggling effort? I cannot find the reason why people do their best in their life when I put away comfort zone. Because happiness is something that will you find in the comfort zone, right? Then why we should go away from comfort zone? Why? I cannot find the reason behind this. In my opinion, comfort zone is the area where we're struggling for, the purpose of why we're fighting for. Don't you think that why some students in university study hard for? They pursuing their future comfort zone, of course. Some people do bestsellers and activity in their why do they do that? Because they want to grab better future comfort zone, isn't it? We may look back at history. I think about the history to make this more clear. We may think that in the 16th century, or some European like Dutch, British come to here to Indonesia to find cheaper space, right? They made such big effort sailing big ocean from Europe to here, Southeast Asia, is to find new comfort zone, because in their area no more comfort with very higher or expensive spice. So they fighting for find the new comfort zone. So meaning that comfort zone is our objective, isn't it? We can also think that when we think about the Civil War in America, maybe in 1861, it's because slavery, isn't it? People do some fighting for maintain their comfort zone because they have much slave, isn't it? They do some like civil war to do it. So I conclude that we should bring out our best effort to grab our comfort zone. So meaning that we don't have to avoid the comfort zone. Comfort zone is our objective, of course. The thing that we have to, the reason that why we have to fight for is to grab the comfort zone. But in reality, some people don't know that they are not in comfort zone anymore. This is the big problem. When the situation changing or when our environment altering, they forgot that the condition is no more the same with the previous one. They don't consider with the change. Some people think that the comfort zone will last forever. Some of them think also that situation cannot change their comfort zone. When the people stay in this situation, they will fail to anticipate the change and end up with unsuccessful life. To grab the higher comfort zone in the future life is one of the most important
Does he freeze?
Ida, are you still there? Ida? It seems that he lost his connection. I think then let's move to the next one. Yeah. I think he is almost done. It's already read. So, Hida? Okay, let's
Just
move.
keep moving.
Yeah, just move to the next one.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we lost Hida. Okay, our next speaker is Lailatul Hasanah. Laila is a fresh graduate who just started a career. She hopes she can get her master's degree in Aussie and be a lecturer one day. Laila might be in the bus, so please excuse if it's a little bit noisy and difficult to hear. Her title is New Year, New Me. Lailatul Hasanah, New Year, New Me. New Year, New Me, Lailatul Hasanah.
Okay, thank you so much, Burona. Finally, I have stayed home. I have arrived home, so I hope I can do my best. Okay, well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Laila. Like Burona have mentioned that I have just graduated. I'm first graduate. Yesterday, I got my graduation. Okay. Well, actually, before I came to Toastmaster, I used to feel that I have been great enough. Just because I can speak English more friendly than my friends, and then I got scholarship, and then I was being a lecture assistant, so I value myself as high. I thought. Then when I came to Toastmaster, and then I stay around the truly great people, and it makes me realize that I am still a zero. Actually, when I know you all that some of you are lecturer, teachers, and then businessmen, and I'm just fresh graduate, I feel like I'm unconfident. And then when it's getting worse, and when twice I present my speech, and then uh, I got deaf and I couldn't speak well. It makes me feel like, why am I so stupid here? I feel like so nervous, and I talked to my husband. I said to my husband in the last week. I said to him, why am I so noob in Toastmaster? I said, and I said, I think I am the most stupid one that I cannot present my speech well. I wonder where my knowledge gone. I think I used to present well in a class. I used to stay. I used to be a presenter in seminar, and I don't know why I couldn't speak well just now. I said, and then what made me surprised, my husband said to me, "Oh, seriously? You can present it well? Oh, that's good, I think." I was like a little bit hurt by him. Then I said, "Are you insulting me?" And he said, "No, I'm not insulting you." Uh, said, "That's actually good for you because you have been so long time stay in a comfort zone. You value yourself high, and then I think you have stopped learning since since you since you value yourself as great people." I never realized that I actually stopped learning because I have been staying in comfort zone for so long. I said, and because I said I have experienced many seminar, experience uh, something that I think I don't want to experience again. And then, yeah, I just live for my life in usual. I said I need to rest. When I say I need to rest, and then I've just realized that actually I have really stopped to learn. Then my husband said again, that is good for you to stay in Toastmaster because you stay in around good people. You can learn from them. You can take their knowledge, and then you can ask their tips. You said you want to be a lecturer, and you said some of them are lecturer. You can ask for tips to them. You know, people who stop learning, actually people who stop learning are died because the only corpse who stop learning. So I decided for my new year, I will create a better new me. It means this new year I have to be better than the last year. I want to find my passion again. I want learn again, and then I want to remotivate and find my patience again where I want to be. I want to stay better and learn from you all guys. So I hope all of I hope I can take I can present myself well and give good vibes here. And yeah, that's all. And in the last, I say thank you for welcoming me. See you.
Wow, thank you, Laila. And congratulations that you completed your icebreaker speech. So let's give an applause. And your resolution, new year, new me, out of the comfort zone, keep learning. Okay, and all the speakers are amazing. We learned a lot about you today in this 4 to 6 minute speeches. So let's give an applause to all the speakers. Okay, next, I think we will have a group picture. So Pipit, are you ready to take a group picture?
Pipit is busy, Bu Rona. Let's have Purwanto do it. Pur, if you can help.
Okay, please open your video, all of you, so we can have your face in the picture.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me check again. I want to make sure I take the picture. Okay, so maybe one more for the crazy pose. So not the formal pose. Okay, show your crazy pose. Really crazy, not just crazy. 1, 2, 3. Okay, done.
Okay, thanks a lot, Pur, for taking our picture. The next is, let me introduce the general evaluator. Let me call the general evaluator Ben. So you can introduce your speaker and we could start the evaluation. Ben Whitaker.
All right, real quick. Yep. All right, thank you, Tom. And real quick, can we get a timers report? Let's see who is eligible, who's not, so we can have a balance.
All right, so from 6 speakers, 5 are eligible. Unfortunately, 1 is not eligible. So Della, Lufti, Desi, Intan, and Laila are eligible. Hida is not eligible. Back to you, G.
All right, thank you, our amazing timer. All right, 6 amazing speeches. And again, guys, this is the hardest thing to do in the world, is get up and talk in front of people. And you guys all gave your icebreakers. It's not supposed to be this easy. And listening to all of your stories and getting to know all of you for the first time, in a sense, it was really inspiring in many different ways. So let's go ahead and get our evaluations going. Our first speaker was Della, about her being a doula. So let's have her evaluator give her evaluation. Let's introduce Toastmaster Mahendra. Toastmaster Mahendra, go ahead and evaluate.
Okay, everyone, am I clear?
Yes.
Cool. So, congratulations to Della Putri Jaskara. Please give her another round of applause. Well, Della, you've done presenting yourself very clearly to all of us. So basically, you already achieved the objective or the icebreaker. You've done your speech very well, and without doubt, you already convinced us who you are. So you deliver it very, very clearly, vividly, and everyone now knows you much better. Well, of course, you have many experience of the miscarriage and everything that so touchy. So we do deeply sympathy and empathy with your story, very deep. By the way, you already give us the style or the sense of a professional speaker. You're not only done the icebreaker yourself, but also tell us this you have skill more than that. Well, in terms of the objective, you already achieved it, no doubt. Perfect. Bravo. Congratulations. And for all of us, we already know you better. You already done it. So if I was asked which one can be the added value to yours, to be honest to you already perfect to my eyes. So in the terms of the icebreaker speaking, today is your day. So we all, especially me, would like to hear and to witness your next speech. And Dila Putri Jaskara, you've done very nice job, and we are happy for you. Happy to see your next speech. Ladies and gentlemen, please give another round of applause to Dela Putri Jaskara. You are one and only Daula now.
All right, awesome evaluation. Very good. All right, Andrew, if you could mute your mic. There we go, thank you. Our second evaluator will be Natalie Chayati, and she will be evaluating Lufti. All right, distinguished Toastmaster Natalie Chayati.
Maya Angelou once said, people might forget what you said. People might forget how you say it, but people will remember how you make them feel. And today, Lufti, you made me feel touched. Thank you for sharing that speech from your heart. I can really feel your emotion, and I can really feel the genuinity and authenticity of your speech. There are two particular things that I like from your speech. First is your introduction was captivating. Rule of thumb in public speaking is if you cannot dazzle and capture your audience attention in the first 30 seconds, you will lose your audience. And you got me at your introduction because it was personal, it was inspirational, and it was also poetic. Success begins with a person's will. It's all in the state of mind. The one who wins is the one who thinks, I can. Now, the second thing that I like from your speech is that how you make it personal. You have a personal message to live without regret. You infuse your personal emotion that we as an audience can connect to because we all might have lost our loved ones in our life. It was raw, it was genuine. And you also had personal stories slipping into the speech. A story about you in your childhood, when you fell down from the tree, a story about your family, about your loss of your dad and your aunts. We know you a little bit better, and that is the purpose of Icebreaker, and you have achieved that. Now, to make this speech even more inspirational and engaging, I would like to offer you two recommendations. The first one is to have a better setup. In an online environment, it's a little bit different with offline environment. Here, we are confined with our screen. So make sure to avoid screen sickness, to have your mic on a fixed position so we can hear your voice constantly clear, and to have your phone on a fixed setting, because I felt a little bit screen sickness because your phone handling and your eye contact was a little bit everywhere. And the second point that I would like to recommend to you is to have a structured focus. Structure can make or break a speech. Great style of delivering a speech without any substance will not connect with the audience, will not give value to audience. Great substance that is not structured well will not remain in the audience mind. So my suggestion for you in this speech is to focus more on your loss of your dad and your aunts, and to develop that main story from that and remove any details in the beginning about other things that is not really particularly related to that. After all, this is just your icebreaker and your journey is just starting. But I can see the greatness in you, and I believe if you keep going, it will shine even brighter. Back to you, Ben.
All right, fantastic evaluation there. Very good. Good use of quality evaluation. All right, so our next evaluator will be evaluating our third speaker, Desi. So let's bring your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Fifi Amawati. She'll be evaluating Toastmaster Desi.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, I will give my evaluation for Toastmaster Desi Eva Laila Rohman. Desi, I like your speech because the title is so challenging for everyone to know more about you. That is your roller coaster life. And it's very inspiring story. You seems like professional speaker. You organize your speech well from the opening, body, and conclusion. I can see that from the beginning, at the opening, you introduce well to the audience. You sing a song, and in the later in the story, you also share your journey life, how you get the joyful things, failure, your anger, and the best part is the conclusion when you affirm yourself that never lose hope. You confirm optimism as the key for your success. Now, in general, you have already fulfilled all the Toastmaster presents requirement that you speak clarity, your words are clear for the audience here and easily to understood. Uh, eye contact is challenging one because we are in the online meeting here, but I can see that you try your best to maintain contact with the audience. And also the comfort level, I like it very much because you speak very, calm and then tell the story step by step. So it's very good. And for the interest, you maintain it very well from the beginning until the end. You engage with the audience with your interesting life story. Uh, we need to culminate ourselves, everyone else. Well, for your improvement for next year, for the next speech, maybe you can improve on the tone. You speak like monotone here. When you want to stress some things, please maintain your tone. When you feel sad, please use a little bit tone. And then when you show that you are not satisfied of something, maybe you can increase your tone. Well, I believe that, like you said, that please, everyone needs to improve ourselves. Keep optimism, Toastmaster Desi Eva, and always culminate yourself. Thank you. Back to Toastmasters.
All right, thank you very much, Toastmaster Fifi. Our fourth evaluator will be evaluating our fourth speaker, Toastmaster Intan. It'll be Toastmaster Dion Fifi evaluating Toastmaster Intan.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster. Congratulations. Okay, congratulations, Intan. You have completed your first project, level 1, project number 1, my new resolution. Okay, and here is my evaluation report. I like your speech, Intan, because the gesture. What I like from you, you introduce yourself smoothly and didn't seem nervous. Even this is your first speech, but you did it well. I'm sure this is because of your background. You are as a lecturer and was a debater. So you get used to it. And about the topic, from your topic, we learned something. First, when I read about your title, I thought about passion, dream, goal, or ambition. But your priority is about your family. And yes, I do agree. Family is important and number one. And your reason make your speech more interesting, and you attract audience attention, like me. When I heard about your reason, wow. So I focus on your speech. And then thank you very much for your topic. We learn something that family is important. And then also the way you deliver. You had eye contact, good eye contact. You look at the audience and then use clear voice. Everyone can hear your voice. Even we are in the Zoom meeting, but we can we could hear clearly. And then the gesture, not using many movement, and then about your clarity, you spoke not too fast and not too slow, and you use pause. And then overall, you did good speech for your first project. Congratulations. I'm looking forward to hearing the next project. But wait a second, about I can give you recommendation about the position. Please do not sit too close to the camera or to the laptop. So it's look bigger. So maybe you can sit not too close with the laptop or camera. Okay. Thank you very much. Back to the Tom.
All right. Thank you, Dion Pipi. All right. So our fifth speaker was Hida, Toastmaster Hida, and a special evaluator from Jakarta will be evaluating him is Toastmaster Harlina.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. So I'm the evaluator of Toastmaster Hida, and I'm very pleased to hear that Toastmaster Hida has special ideas about comfort zones. Comfort zone is something that I can relate to because I love comfort zones, and I'm really happy to hear about this new idea about, hey guys, why do we have to get out of our comfort zone? We're happy there. I love that perspective, and I can relate to that. So you got my heart already there. And you also have a sense of humor. I love that a lot. And you also connect with the audience by asking questions. What do you think when you hear the word comfort zone? You know, my attention was directly attracted by that question. That is why I think you should start your speech directly with this question, because it is a good attention grabber. No need to say, my title is, I feel uncomfortable. Just let it be over there. Just start with this beautiful question that you have already in your speech. It's a good attention grabber. And I also like how you look and also how you speak. It's very friendly. I like it a lot. If I were you, I would, for the next speech, I would write down in one sentence, what is the purpose of my speech? You can just write down, the purpose of my speech is to inform my audience how I experience happiness in my comfort zones in my life, example. Or for example, you can say, the purpose of my speech is to inform my audience about how I experience a change in my comfort zone in my life, and I didn't like it at all. So if you put down the purpose of your speech, then after that, you start brainstorming. What can I write about it? What can I write about it? You just brainstorm, you just write down, and then you see oh yeah, does this all fit within the purpose of my speech? So you can select, and then you can keep the speech within 4 to 6 minutes. I think the topic was really great. I really think that would be even greater if you talk a bit more about yourself, which is actually the purpose of the speech. Just keep your eye on the purpose. Keep it friendly like you're doing already. I really love your perspective, and I'm really looking forward to your next speeches. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Hida, and back to the General Evaluator.
All right, thank you very much. Great evaluation, Toastmaster Harlina. All right, our sixth evaluator will be evaluating Lila's speech. Toastmaster Sapta evaluating Toastmaster Lila.
Okay, thank you very much, GE, Ben. So congratulations, Lila, for your first speech, project number 1. It was awesome. That's what I can say. Because first of all, I believe it must not been easy for you, but you did it anyway, and you didn't freeze. And I love your sense of genuinity. Is that the word? Yeah, I believe so. Because you realize where you are, and you know where you're heading. So there are plenty of room for you to culminate your skill and craft. However, there are several things that I wrote down and you can apply to improve your speech. First of all, is the connection. It could be the connection or the hardware, I don't know. So you better check and try it out before giving your speech so we can hear your beautiful voice clearly. Second of all, you wrote your title, New Year, New Me. And I believe it would be better if your speech has some congruency with the title. So the body of the speech has been about how you once have this lots of how do you call it, like experience, and you were once a highly achiever person, and now you want to be like that again. So yeah, I think it's better if you have structure. So know where the opening is, where the body is, and where the conclusion is. And also, Laila, I want to praise that you position yourself nicely, that we can see you clearly, and your pace and your voice is also clear. And to close this evaluation, I'd like to use your own sentence. People who stop learning is actually dying. So I hope that you keep on learning, and we're looking forward for your next speeches. Thank you very much. Back to you, Ben.
All right, fantastic. Great, 6 great evaluations for 6 great speeches. Well done. So we're gonna go right into the evaluation session. But before I introduce our next person, let's get our timer to, let's see who's eligible for voting. Melita?
All right, congratulations. All evaluators are eligible. Back to you, G.
Dope, good job. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go right into our grammarian. So he's gonna come up and present his grammarian reports. Toastmaster Tegu.
Ben, before we go over to the grammarians, etc., can we vote right now?
Oh yeah, so you can cast the
evaluator.
Want to make sure our evaluator was and ballot counter was the same person. So does he have it up?
No, the ballot counter is poor. So someone is not eligible for
switched.
ballot counter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, my bad there.
Let me
I want to.
Maybe if somebody can write in the chat box. Basically, we have the number 1 speaker is Della. Number 2 is Lufti. Number 3 is Daisy. Number 4 is Intan. And Hida is not eligible, number 5. And number 6 is Laila. Did someone
Yeah,
write it in the chat box, please?
actually, you can go to this Google form because we have like 20, 30 people here and
Yeah.
we have so many speaker. It will make my brain crazy to counting.
Yep. All right. So again, let's go votes, right? Go to click on the link there and vote. As we're
Yes.
waiting for the votes to come in, we're going to go ahead and introduce our grammarian as that goes. All right. So Toastmaster Tegu, go ahead and introduce your grammarian report.
Okay.
Again, we're saving time, right? We're at 15 minutes left. We got to
Yeah,
do
but I
things
think
multitask.
for us to be able to click that Google sheet, if Purwanto can give the link in the chat box, so we can just click it instead of trying to type it. Can you put it again, Pur? So because I tried to.
Yes, wait. I need to copy it from the bit link.
Purwanto can do it while the grammarian.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's
Wait.
roll. Thank you.
Yep. So let's
Okay,
gotta
you can
just
go
kind of keep
there.
it going. All right. So yeah, click the link to votes. And again, let's introduce our grammarian, Toastmaster Tegu.
Thank you, Ben. Okay, before I evaluate the grammar of the sixth speaker today, I have to be honest to you guys that I'm afraid that I couldn't do my first job as a grammarian maximally because there were two times where my electricity, 2 or 3 times where the electricity in my house was off. So in which if the electricity was off, it also turned off my Wi-Fi or my internet connection. So there were two individual or maybe three who I couldn't get their speech heard well. So here I am trying my best to evaluate the speakers despite my internet connection problem that was pretty much giving me headache. Okay, the first speaker was Della. This is actually the first moment where I lost my connection because of the electricity problems that turned off my Wi-Fi. So the only thing that unfortunately, the only thing that I could hear from Della was actually the word of the day, which is actually also the closing word of Della, which is age should, if I'm not mistaken, age should be culminated with wisdom. But I believe she has also excellent grammatical control because in the beginning, before my internet connection was off, I heard that she was so calm and organized in delivering the speech. And then second, for the second speaker, it was Lutfi. Fortunately, when Lutfi delivered his speech, my Wi-Fi was back on again, so I can clearly heard his entire speech clearly. So I believe that Lutfi, as a former outstanding debater with so many excellent national and international achievements, I believe that I wouldn't be surprised to not find any grammatical mistake from Lutfi, which was actually great. The quote that I got from Lutfi was, for example, the person who will win is the one who think I can, and I live my life to the fullest. And by the way, we will never know how many time last we have with our loved one. But one thing for sure, we have to make the most of the minutes. And I did it my way as the closing, which is actually good. And the third one is Desi. This is also the moment where I was using my own smartphone hotspot, which has weak internet signal due to the second electricity problem that also turned off my Wi-Fi. So the only thing that I get from Desi was the quote, which is "My life is indeed a roller coaster one, and beware of your self-thought because it's the conversation with the universe, and optimism is the key." And then for Intan, it was quite difficult to hear the sentence that she said because her voice was breaking, perhaps due to her internet connection or probably mine. So the word of the day that I could get from Intan was, "I have already reached my culmination point in debating, if I'm mistaken." And then the grammatical advice for Intan, for example, when Intan said, "If others can do, why should I?" Probably it is going to be better if Intan said, "If other can do it, why cannot I do it as well?" For example, or I have to. And then when Intan said, "I have to be extraordinary person," it is going to be better if I have to be an extraordinary person. And the quote that I get from Intan is where "I don't want to pursue the title of the best anymore because right now I just want to compete with myself." And then the second, it is actually the closing, which is actually quite good. "This house, I believe that we should pursue our happiness." Um, and then for Hida, and unfortunately, this is also the third moment where I lost my connection again, so I don't get anything from Hida. Unfortunately, I really sorry for that. And the sixth one, which Laila, When Laila was speaking, finally my Wi-Fi was back on again. So the title was New Year, New Me. So the grammatical advice for Laila. So for example, so when Laila said, what makes me surprised, my husband say, and it is not only this one sentence, but there are so many times when Laila, my husband say, it is supposed to be my husband said, it is supposed to be the like the second verb, right? So for example, when Laila said that, my husband said that you have been so long time stay in the comfort zone. Since it is supposed to be present perfect continuous, it is supposed to be you have been so long time, or you have been staying in the comfort zone for so long time. So you have been staying. So have been and verbing. So the quote that I get from Laila was people who stop learning are corpse because the only time when you stop learning is when you die, if I'm mistaken. So yeah, that's all my report about the grammar quotes and the use of the word of the day. And since this is my first time as a grammarian, I do apologize if I have still some lackness in delivering the evaluations. Back to you, Tom.
All right, great job. Great job. All right, so we're going to do our next role taker today. Would be our counter. Let's welcome Toastmaster Ping.
Because this is a little bit messy, I will just show it to you right now. So you can see there's so many. I'll post this to you guys as well. Things that I circled are the things that we need to improve on, or the speakers rather need to improve on. I included everyone, included general evaluators, grammarian, ballot counter as well. So I will send this to you guys.
Is he frozen? Is he frozen? All right.
Later in the group, okay, because it's too many things to look up for.
Okay, excellent. Thanks, Ping. All right. So let me go ahead and give my evaluation real quick. So again, start from the meeting. We all know this. We have a weekly meeting. And what happens typically is that as the end of this meeting or last week, we start this week's meeting. So we've got the roles filled, we've got the speakers filled, and we did a different thing where we had 6 speakers, right? 6 evaluators, and we're trying to crunch it in 90 minutes. And I think as a team working together, putting this whole thing together, we did a really good job of getting all the roles filled, all the speakers filled, all the evaluators filled. And it was a great help, even with a couple last second additions with Toastmaster Melita coming from Magical Bali Toastmasters, and also Toastmaster Harlina as well. So very, very good. In the beginning of the meeting, we had a couple people open up the meeting, Toastmaster Sapta, and he did kind of talk to me a little bit, which is great. But you want to kind of get everyone involved a little bit. I know we had a guest, Toastmaster Alicia Curtis was in for a little bit, as I saw. So make sure we kind of welcome our guests and let's let who they are, so we know we appreciate them for coming. So that's really good. A couple things I'm going to give for all the evaluators, not individually, just for the sake of time, is that when we give evaluations, this is like one of the most important things in Toastmasters. We're here to be really positive, and that is important. Be positive, which we all were very positive. But number 2, we have to give feedback. Nobody is perfect. Not a single one of us is, even if we're really good or whatever, we have to give that crucial feedback that's going to make us better. And a lot of times it's really hard to find it, especially if someone is an advanced speaker. But guys, ladies and gentlemen, we have to learn lessons. So it doesn't matter how quality of the speaker you are, try to find something that they can improve for next time, because you're not only helping the speaker, but you're also helping all the audience too for their future speeches. And then one of the things I want to say as well, when you're an evaluator, try not to use the word but. Just cut it out of your sentence structure completely. Because most of the time when we use the word but, it's a conjunction that contrasts the previous statement. So when we say something really positive, well, like, oh man, it's a really nice day outside, but you're not going to add another positive thing. You're going to say something bad about it. Like, it's a really nice day, but my tires like blew out in my car. It's so if you have something to say positive, end it with a period. And then when you want to give the feedback or say something kind of to the contrary of it, just start a new sentence. It's really difficult, but try to do that in a way to not just eliminate the positive you just mentioned. All right. And again, we're doing a really good job. Toastmasters, when you guys give speeches, it's not supposed to be super easy. Our speakers, just listening to you, like I said before, it was just a lot of positivity and really quality speeches that kind of had a lot of emotion and inspiration. And that's what Toastmasters is all about, being comfortable enough to share your thoughts and feelings so we can all learn who you are and also be inspired from who you are as well. So very good job, all in all. Great meeting, and we're only going to improve. This is our third official meeting, and we're officially a club with an actual number. So from here, the sky is the limits. So goodbye, 2020. Hello, 2021. My time as GE is done. Let's give it back to our Tom. Thank you for having me. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you, Ben, for your extensive evaluation. Now let's come to the last one, which is the best speaker and best evaluator. So drum roll, please. The ballot counter will announce it. The best.
Wait, I need to unmute my microphone first.
Okay.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. Today we have 6 speaker and 5 eligible, and then we have 6 evaluator. Okay, let's give a drum roll or say something, cheer or excitement, anything. You can say yay, or up to you.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes, drum roll, please.
For the best prepared speaker is Toastmaster Rufi Atmaja Zuri. Congratulations.
Or your screen.
Congratulations.
What happened with my screen? Actually, I don't know. What happened?
Share screen again, please.
What?
Share screen.
Share screen again.
Yeah. And share the screen, yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then the best evaluator is yay.
Wait.
Okay, Toastmaster Natali Cahyadi.
Yay! Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, and then I will give control to Natalie for the icebreaker.
Okay. All right. Can you stop sharing screen for? Because I think I'm
Sure.
going to share mine. So everyone, I'm so touched. I'm so proud, and I'm so glad that you all did your icebreaker today, and particularly our speakers. I would like to give like a personal appreciation for Della. Thank you for sharing your journey as a doula. I didn't know that before, and now it's a great icebreaker speech. We know you better, and we know there is a doula in Indonesia. And yeah, thank you. It was like a wonderful speech. For Lufti, I've said what I've had in my evaluation. I thought it was very personal, and yeah, I can see your potential. Keep going, and you will definitely reach the greatness at the end of the tunnel. And for Desi, oh my gosh, I was crying listening to your speech. If I was Pipit, if I were Pipit, I would get a towel. But because I were not Pipit, I just need to wipe with my fingers because it was so raw, it was so personal. And what I really appreciate from you is you share it courageously because you wanted to give value to people. You wanted to inspire people. So I know that, this is just the beginning. Desi. Keep going and you will become much better and much greater in the future. And then for Intan, I really enjoy your speech. it's kind of like a great contrast from the previous one in terms of emotion and everything, but I totally appreciate it because all of our speakers today took us on a roller coaster ride. So your speech was light, was bubbly, and it also gave us an insight of you, of your interest and of what you wanted to achieve. So I definitely agree with your conclusion that I'm here not to compete with others, but I'm here to compete with myself. After all, that is what Toastmasters is. We only compare and compete with ourselves. Today versus yesterday, tomorrow versus today. So thank you, Intan, for reminding us again. And Hida, thank you. I'm like, oh my gosh, Hida, I think you have a funny bones in you because you're naturally entertaining. And you told me that, oh, my English is bad, blah, blah. Don't focus on the negative, just focus on the potential and the talent that you have, because you have it. You just need to polish it and craft it. And the more you practice, the better you are, Hida. So keep going, Hida. I really enjoy your speech. Unfortunately, it got cut off by connection. Maybe next time you can make sure it's set up nicely. And Laila, thank you for sharing that and for getting home on time. I really want to give you a commendation because your thirst for learning can be felt by all of us. And I believe that your thirst of learning will bring you to the next level. And I believe that a scholarship for your master degree is possible. You need to practice in Toastmasters, and then when you get into the interview room someday, you will already prepared to give the interview of your life. Okay? Awesome, everyone. And all evaluators, well done. I really, really enjoy your evaluations. And yeah, I'm so glad that we have our meeting today. Now, as a culture in Toastmasters, normally for icebreaker, we give a standing ovation. But since online environment doesn't allow us to stand, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give an online certificate, which I'm gonna share now with my screen. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. Yes, so first is to Toastmasters Della Putri Jaskara. Here is your icebreaker certificate. Congratulations for breaking the ice. You can unmute yourself, people. Woo!
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you all.
Yes, and next is Toastmasters Lufti Ahmad Jasuli. Congratulations, Lufti, for breaking the ice.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Next is Toastmasters Desi Eva Laila Rohma. Congratulations, Desi, for breaking the ice.
Congratulations, Desi.
Thank you.
Next, Toastmasters Intan Rawit Sapani. Congratulations for breaking the ice.
Hey, congratulations, Intan.
Yay, thank you.
And then next is Toastmasters Nur Hidayatullah. Congratulations, Mas Hida. You've broken your
Congratulations for me.
And last but not least is Toastmasters Laylatul Hasana. Congratulations. Breaking the ice.
Congratulations, Laila.
Awesome. We're gonna share.
Thank you.
Yes, we're gonna share the
Thank
certificate
you, Mas Hida.
at the group. So now, before I officially end today's meeting, I would like to inform you that next week on the 27th of December, we will not have club meeting because of Christmas and New Year's holiday. We will resume our meeting on the 3rd of January. It's the it's the odd week. So we're gonna meet on the 3rd January at 12 p.m. GMT plus 7, 1 p.m. GMT plus 8. And we also, the next two meeting will be on the 10th of January. We're gonna meet in the evening, 6 p.m. GMT plus 7 and 7 p.m. GMT plus 8. For that, I would like to offer you speaking slots and other role taking. So let's start for meeting on January 3rd, starting 12 p.m. GMT plus 7, GMT plus 7. So if you can unmute yourself and speak what role you want to take, and then I can take note on our meeting roster. So who wants to do something?
Sapta wants to deliver speech.
Who said that? Please mention your name because I'm on spotlight.
I'd like to deliver a speech.
Yeah, your name and then what you
Sapta.
want. Sapta deliver a speech on the 3rd of January. Okay, speaker 1, Sapta. Okay, who else?
How many speaker we need, Natalie?
We will have 4.
Selina.
I want to join as well.
Okay.
Well, we need to make sure that
Me too.
everyone that is
Go.
giving a speech is part of our club first. So
Yes.
like all of our icebreaker opportunities are available before anybody else can really do it, so we can get our club going. So
Yep.
we've already given a speech in the first 3. That's my opinion, but
Yep. Okay, Ben.
I think
Selina wants to do icebreaker.
I think I want to do the ice breaking.
Okay, so
Breaker.
Selina and Aprilia. Okay, speaker number 2, Selina. Speaker number 3, Aprilia. Who else want to do icebreaker? Everyone here already? Okay.
Me.
Hida? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Hida, you can do a project after icebreaker, which is like a normal speech, yeah? Because now you can already access the Toastmaster pathway. Okay, roll for 3rd January for speaker, for speaking slot is full. First speaker Sapta, second speaker Selina, third speaker Aprilia, fourth speaker Hida. Who wants to be evaluator?
Me, Teguh.
Okay,
Luffy and Intan.
I will evaluate somebody.
Guys,
Teguh.
please, because I'm in spotlight right now, unmute yourself. Mention your name.
Ben will evaluate.
Lufty.
Luffy, okay, Luffy, evaluator, and then who else?
Teguh.
Ben.
Teguh.
Teguh, evaluator, and then who else?
Ben.
Intan.
Evaluator, who else? Evaluator, we need one more.
Intan.
Intan.
Yeah.
Intan, evaluator. Okay, evaluator full. Okay, move on to grammarian. Who wants to do grammarian?
Ping.
Ping. Who wants to do counter?
Me, Laila.
Laila, great. Who wants to do timer? Timer? If you're not sure, we will give you training. Don't worry, we won't, let you lose.
You all will need to be a timer at one time or another, because in Toastmaster, you will have to write when you are a timer the first time. So all of you will have to take turn to be a timer. So it's better to do it now than later.
I think I saw in the chat box, Desi, yeah? Desi, thank you. You will be timer for the 3rd January meeting. Ballot counter, Zoom host, we're gonna talk about it a little bit later. Toastmasters, table topic master, and general evaluator, we will figure out later as well. So for the 10th of January, while we're rolling, who wants to give a speech on the 10th of January? Except Sapta, Selina, Aprilia, and Hida. Who wants to give a speech on 10th of January? Our meeting will be on 7 p.m. 6 p.m. WIP, 7 p.m. WITA. Yes, 10th of January, speaking slot is available for 4 people. Unmute yourselves. Mention your name.
Natalie, question. Yeah, Natalie. After icebreaker, what is the next level?
The next project is deliver any speeches for 5 to 7 minutes on any topic.
Okay, me.
Okay, who is me?
Teguh.
Okay, thank you. Your name, people. Thank you. Teguh,
7 minutes, right?
5 to 7 minutes. Yes.
Okay, 7.
Okay, 10th of January meeting. First speaker, Teguh. Second speaker?
Fifi wants to do.
Fifi or Lufti?
Lufty.
Oh, Lufti and then Fifi.
And then who?
Fifi.
Is Dian Fifi or Fifi Amalia?
Fifi Amaliawati.
Fifi Amalia, okay. One more slot for 10th of January. I'm your auctioneer, Natalie. So now, people, book yourself now.
Intan, okay.
Intan, okay. Cool.
Who was our table topic person for January 3rd?
Not yet.
Okay.
You want to do no, Ben? You're on evaluator, right?
Correct. Someone asked it in the chat box. That's why.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, now I'm in the 10th of January. Evaluator, we need 4 evaluator. Who wants to be evaluator?
I want to be evaluator, Rona.
Rona, okay. Who else? Della, I can't attend. Okay, no problem, Della. Thank you for letting me know. I'll put you down as absent member. Who wants to do evaluator on the 10th of January?
Ben will do that one as well.
Okay. I can, yeah, right. Okay, hang on. Let me see. Okay, I'm opening up slot for grammarian for the 10th of January. 10th of January, grammarian. Who wants to try grammarian?
Desi, Natalie.
Desi, great. Thank you, Desi. Counter. Who wants to do a counter? 10th of January. 10th of January, counter. Dian Fifi, are you going to attend our meeting on the 10th of January?
Okay, I'm afraid I can attend, so that's why.
So you cannot attend on the 3rd and 10th, right? So I'm going to put your name as an absent. Thank you for confirming.
Table topics for 10th.
Okay, great, Sapta. Table topic master for 10th of January. Confirm. Della, confirm. Aprilia, do you want to try as a timer for the 10th of January?
Sorry, Nat. I think I cannot attend at that time.
Okay, no problem. I put you down as absent. Well, awesome. All right. I think we got quite enough. We can continue on the WhatsApp group. Thank you, everyone. See, in 5 minutes, we got at least 1/2 of the next 2 meetings rolled done. Thank you. Amazing meeting today. Keep going, guys, because it's just the beginning of our journey. Remember, today we got our club number 7840709. So, yay, we're officially chartered as Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. Please try to log into your Toastmasters account, and if you have any problem in logging in or in navigating pathways, contact any one of the exco. You can contact me or Ben or Burona or Pipet, Robin, also, well, Fifi as well, and Ping, because any one of us is also reachable. So just contact one of us anytime. Okay, this meeting is officially closed. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Happy New Year, everyone.